some 185 runs on the European Cricket Network before today.
Yeah.
Add 25 to that, he's gone over 3,200 runs, Rico.
Yeah, he's
here on his home ground, or even in ECI action around Europe. Wow. Done really well. But on the big stage, yeah, you're right. He needs to put in a couple of big scores on the big stage.
Got the bowler, Abdul Fahad to him again. And in the air and gone. Just when we're talking about the man, he's going to be gone. And Saba, who looked absolutely brilliant, is going to give his wicket away. That's the way I look at it. And would you believe it? It's the same man that got him for a golden duck in the final last year, Abdul Fahad, that gets his wicket. So the breakthrough does come. That has to be said. Prague CC, they are off to a flyer.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, Saba's a little bit filthy with himself there for that shot. He strikes it low down on the bat on the edge. It goes straight to the fielder in that cover position. That was Ali Wakar, who took a few steps in, took a well-judged catch. He was very happy indeed, Ali Wakar. He's also another good friend of mine who's been around the cricket scene in Prague for a while. He actually doesn't live in Czech Republic anymore. He lives in Dresden, just up the road. But he still plays for the Bohemians. He's been playing for the Bohemians for many years now. Used to be a barbarian a while ago. He's been playing for the Bohemians for at least the last 4 or 5 years.
I love the way you say Dresden, just up the road.
It's just up the road.
It's Germany, but it's just up the road. And lovely Dresden, lovely part of Dresden. Actually, I was talking to the other day, and we were all out and about. I think we went out for a meal. Vinny was with me and the Sheriff Charles and Paolo. And I was saying to them, because a couple of them haven't been to Dresden, and I said, that part of Czechia is similar to Dresden. So similar. I mean, Dresden's beautiful.
Dresden's
especially when you get into the centre where the main big square is and all the restaurants are, where the cathedral is. And when we were in the centre of town the other day, it's very similar. Another beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, the Dresden Cricket Club, they're a fantastic club. We've got very close ties here in Czechia with that group.
Slower, but put away, and that's the beast who's up and running. Sudesh Bukumaskara. I think the slower ball, it's a good idea, but when you give the width to it, it allows the back. As Sudesh now this time just pushes this away. The thing about Sudesh is he's a very clever player. He's played a lot of cricket and he's played at good level as well. And he was saying he's coming up. Did you say 43? He'll be 43 pretty soon. but he just keeps on going. And here we are saying he's probably looking as trim as we've seen him in the last few years.
Yeah, he turns 43 next month in August. Sorry, August or July? No, and I think it's towards the end of July. Another big hit. Yep. Crash, bang, wallop, out of the ground. And PCC having it all their own way here in this game.
They only play the one, and they're playing against the team that beat them in the final last year. They're wanting a little bit of revenge. Spend maybe a little bit of time having a bit of a break before they come back tomorrow. I'll do the one game for them, and they are well ahead here, 63 of just the 4 overs. And look at that, leaps and bounds ahead of where their opponents were at this point, Bohemians.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say the PCC in complete control here at the moment. It would take a couple of wickets, probably, honestly, in the next 2 overs, 3 wickets to be dismissed for Bohemians to pull themselves back into the game. PCC looking incredibly comfortable. And as you say, Rico, they've just got this one match today. They're going to be back tomorrow for 2 matches and 2 matches the day after that to complete their group stages. Remember, 6 teams in this competition, unlike the Challenge, which only had 5 teams. So 6 teams, everyone plays each other once. That's 5 games each. So the 2 teams who've got the 1 game today is Prague Cricket Club and then United Cricket Club have their game, I think, in the afternoon after lunch. And they will have just 1 game as well. Every other team has 2 matches today.
Pretty full, not quite a Yorker, but he's played away quite well. So he's keeping his head nice and still. He knows that this match is well within their grasp. Needed to go just over 10 and over. Another couple of decent overs from them. They'll take it down to almost a run a ball. That's going to be sprayed down the leg side. It'll be a wide. Good hands from the keeper, Sahil Grover.
It was clever from the bowler Chiagi to slow that one down and try and disguise his slower ball, but unfortunately he has straight down leg side. But a good little bit of variation there. He went for quite a few of his first overs, so he's definitely looking to
move pretty quickly. Better areas. And played and missed there by Usama Salim, who's moved to some 23 now, 13.
On Sunday.
Is it now?
It is.
All right, up in the air. This is the catching chance, maybe. 6 runs.
Oh.
Now, you can see exactly the conversation between the 2 men here.
I know exactly what they're talking about.
You know what they're saying.
I know what they're saying.
Because look at this. All he had to do was release it. He had time to release it. He had 1 foot inside, and before he took the second shot, he could have just pushed the ball through to the man. That was Ali Waka was saying, he never did. 6 it will be. Oh, Waka now can. No, he can't. It just bounces before him. I thought Waka was going to take the catch after all, but he doesn't. Just falls in front of him from the beast.
Oh, there's a bit happening here. The PCC looking to keep this acceleration, but you're right, yeah, Sazib just with a bit of brain fade there. Doesn't realise he's got Ali Waka. He could just tap it to him on that previous delivery. Not to be.
It's whipped into the gap. Lovely shot. Really nice shot. One thing that sometimes we forget, we're so used to seeing this man, so they're crunching the ball for big sixes and being brutal.
Yeah.
But he's classy as well. He has got all the shot. That shot there, I mean, that wasn't a slog. That was about placement, getting his footwork in the right position and just clipping that ball in the gap between mid-wicket and long on. Really good shot. And now he's going to go outside the off, but there is a fielder out there, an extra cover. Does the job well, keeps it just to a single.
Yeah, he did. That previous ball that went for 4, the placement was absolutely perfect. And on this one, he plays a wider delivery, but he clips it straight to the player, but he keeps the strike going into the second half of this innings. That's going to be 5 overs gone, 77th one on the board. Hey, look, up-and-coming events. Well, you're here with us in Czechia. This is day 11 of 15 of the European Cricket Network's tour of Czechia, and it's just the start of this ECS Premier. Basically, it's almost like the 5th tournament in this whole tour. And then Finland starts off on Monday next week, followed by Bulgaria. And then we're going to get to Belgium in July as well. Enrico, you and I are going to be there for that one. Then we've got Germany, Krefeld, and Sweden, Stockholm towards the end of the month, and I'll be there for that one.
Yeah, and Vinny Sanders having a good, nice short break at the moment, which he thoroughly deserves. Of course, he will be back on the airwaves in Finland, and he'll be there with Andrew Ryan as well. So there will be a rhino in Finland. It's good delivery, good length. We haven't seen too many of those. And good bit of fielding there along on the boundary as well. That's Bujan.
Yeah, it'd be good to hear the tones of Andrew Ryan and see him with Vinny there in Finland. Looking forward to that one. I'm sure Vinny's probably tuning in somewhere in the world right now, just sneakily sort of maybe got his phone out, just checking, seeing how everything's going.
I think he's been told he's not allowed to, but
he was told.
Knowing Vinny, mind you, I have to say, probably down the leg side, the umpire, I think it's a pretty easy shove it. Having said that, there was nothing, nada from Vinny on the chat yesterday. Now, that is very rare. So, yeah, he's doing what he's been told to do. But you're right. I think he may not be on the chat, but I'm sure that he's dedicated himself a little bit of time to get a few bits of admin that he needs to try and do on a daily basis.
Take the boy out of the cricket, but you can't take the cricket out of the boy.
Firmly hit and 4 runs. Placement is really good there from Usama Salim. It's a really nice shot. Salim seems to be this innings really well, and he's timing the ball pretty well. What a nice shot that is. It's clean and crisply, and a good use of the wrist. Good placement, 4 runs.
Yeah, it was the attempted slow ball from Abul Fahad. He hasn't really disguised that one very well. And that was picked up and seen very quickly from Salim, who's played a really good shot. He's already up to 34 from 17. Blink and you miss it. We were talking about Saba early on when he was getting going. We were talking about the beast. Well, we need to have a bit of a chat about this man, Salim. 34 from 17. He's playing a great innings here.
He leaves that one. Good leave as well. He's a good all-rounder. Didn't he open the bowling as well?
He did. Yes, he did indeed. So he's a man of all talents.
Opens the bowling, opens the batting, and doing very well at both as well. As I'll say hello to Ujwal, who's also in the chat, saying great display of power hitting. Yeah, Ujwal, I think we certainly agree with you.
One thing I'll say about PCC is they've had a bit of a rebuild in the last couple of years. I'll come to that back in a moment after this ball.
Slow, but down the leg side. I like the fact that they're trying things there, Bohemians, but they just haven't mastered that slow ball. When it's been bowled, it's either been wasted down leg side or it's been full and too wide outside the off. You've got to try different things. But the other thing to touch on that is we didn't see it in the first innings, so we didn't see it from Prague CC. We're not seeing it here from Bohemians. No spin options.
True.
And that will be clipped away quite nicely. Powerful wrists and hands there from Usama Salim. He gets 4 more to his name. It's another one that's been corrected. Cuatro carreras más.
He's tried bowling Saklan Mukhtar, who is a little bit of a slow bowler, but he wasn't getting a lot of movement, a lot of turn. It was just sort of like slow to sort of medium pace. He was trying to put a bit extra pace on it. If you're a slow bowler and you're trying to put a bit more pace, then you just basically bowl medium pace. So they tried someone a bit slower. And the slow ball is one of fast bowlers' best weapons in their arsenal if they can execute it well.
Yeah. It's hit really well. The timing. Phil G, the timing at the moment from Salim. What a shot this is. It's almost like he... gets tucked up, but he's still to somehow get that shot in at him. He was never in a position to play the shot, but he's got... And
No, it's
that's
gone wrong.
not where you got to be. And well, Ali Wakar has this sprays badly down the leg side. Nobody's going to stop that. That goes all the way. I've got to ask you a quick question.
Yeah, shoot. What do you got for me?
Tell me a little bit about the name on the back of the shirt there, Sudesh, because I know there's a story about it, isn't it, Lloyd?
Yeah, he's got several names. That's the bottom line. And of course, no one's going to want to be put of that shirt because it'll be such fine print you can't do it. There's a couple of players actually PCC that are named Roy. Funny enough, there's Uncle Roy, who's in the side as well. Big help around the ground he is. Been around for many years as Uncle Roy. As that shot goes across the boundary line for another 4, it's the old smack it with the hand and take the hand off the bat, but it still goes for 4 shot. There it is. That's the sort of power he's got. It was pretty to miss it, but it still goes for 4.
Yeah, he says, I don't need 2 hands, I can do it with 1. Nicely done. It's going to be another boundary. And they're getting to this score pretty quickly here now. As 5 wides followed up with 4. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. What a shot. That is the beast. The full beast mode being deployed here by Sudesh. And one thing you got to keep an eye on, remember we are 7 over. And
The go-kart.
The go-kart nearly gets, well, you golfers always hitting it our way. It's our turn to return the favour. You say 4, we say 6. That goes a long way. Hey, there's, look at that. 12 near to 4. They take all the points here.
Oh, wouldn't it ever? I didn't think they'd be on for the bonus point. Now, I just noticed that with that previous strike, I thought, yeah, they're playing for all 4 points.
It's just going to drop short of the fielder. He does well here, throws himself at it. They want to come back for the second, and they will get the second as well.
That Babu there, who saves the boundary, does the right thing, looks after the economy and says, no, not on my watch, no boundary there. But 10 from 3 for all 4 points. And it's Beast is on 30 from 11. He's looking to secure 4 points. Imagine that. What a stuff for PC if they can get the first match off to a 4-pointer.
That'd be quite sensational. And they look like they're going to do it as well. You know, as Sudesh gets another one right in the zone, in the swing zone. Adios, Bolota. Well, the whack has been whacked.
Super,